Hello everybody, welcome to another directed draw. Today we're going to be doing a really simple craft. So let's get started. Alright, for this craft we are going to need pretty much the color of the rainbow. So I have some red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple construction paper, plus I have some black and some white. So what we're going to do is we're going to start making some, we're going to cut these up into strips of paper. We're only going to need probably one strip of each, and we're going to make a caterpillar. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the red. The only ones we're not going to cut into strips are the black and the white. So the way that I like to do strips evenly without having to measure anything out is I like to fold it. So I'm going to fold this in half the long way. And remember, when we're doing this, you're going to match up the sides all the way around and the corners. Like, see, that is overlapping a little bit. So I'm going to straighten it out and then I'm going to crease it. Okay, so then when we open it up, we have this guideline right here. So then I'm going to fold it again, but this time I'm only folding it to this line. So make sure that it's all matched up evenly, and then go ahead and fold it. Same thing on the other side. Again, we're only using one. So actually, scratch that. Don't fold one side. You can save that for a different craft. Now this one, I'm going to fold one more time. Again, matching the line as best as you can and then creasing it. Okay, so now we have 3 different sizes. The size that we want to use can be this one or one of these. So I'm going to cut right along that line that I just folded. Try to be as straight as you can. Okay, so we have one strip. Now I can't talk today. I'm also going to cut this one out just so I can show you what the different sizes look like. Okay, I'm going to set this aside so I can use it for something else. And I'm just going to cut this strip off because we don't need it. So you can save this too. Okay, so I have these 2 pieces. Now the thing that's easy is if you have a pencil, you can just trace. So I'm going to take my orange. I'll put this one here first. And then you can take your pencil, go right up against it, and you have a line. So, depending on which size you want to use, trace that one. I'm going to do both because I'm doing both. Okay? So we have that. Now, this is another trick that I'm going to show you. I'm hoping the quality of this video is pretty okay because I am actually recording directly on YouTube. So I'm hoping this might cut some of the upload time. I'm not sure how it works since this is the first time I am using it. So, okay. So I'm going to take the orange, the yellow, and maybe the green. If you think that's too thick, you can take one out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on tightly, very tightly, so the paper doesn't move, and I'm going to go ahead and cut. And as I go up further, I'm going to move my hand up so that the paper doesn't move. So I'm going to save these big pieces for something else. Okay, so now I'm going to cut off the smaller strips of paper the exact same way. I'm going to make sure these are lined up nicely. I'm going to cut, move up, cut. And if this is a little bit difficult for you to do, you can ask your parents to help. Okay, so now I have those pieces and I have these pieces. Okay, so now we have two more pieces left. We have the blue and the purple. Again, you can take one of these and put it up here. And try to trace it. Or you can just cut it. You just have to be careful not to cut this piece. So to do that, I'm going to do the same thing, holding on tight. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm going to take a thinner one. And again, I'm only doing both so I can show you both sizes. But you only need to cut out one. I actually think the thicker piece might work better. But if you want a thinner one, then you can definitely use this. So this one isn't as nice as the other ones, but that's okay. Alrighty. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to use the thicker ones to show you. Now, it doesn't matter what order you go in, but if you want to have a rainbow caterpillar, I suggest you go in the right order. So I'm going to take my red. You also need some glue. And what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to move these up a little bit, is I'm going to take my glue. You can either use this kind of glue or stick glue. And we're only going to do a really thin line of glue right here. Having technical difficulties with my glue. Okay. There we go. And you only need just a little bit of glue. Dot, dot, not a lot. Now, we're going to make this into a circle. So if you remember what we did in class with the leprechaun rainbows and all that, you glue one side, then you take this side and you kind of curve it over like this until it meets. So again, like this and like this. And then I like to hold it down for about 10 to 15 seconds so that it sticks really nicely. Now, if the circle is too big for you, you can always cut these in half, or just maybe cut off about that much, and they should be smaller, or you can glue them smaller as well. So here's my red. I'm going to put that aside. Actually, you're going to take your red, you're going to loop your orange through. So it's like that. Then you're going to glue one side. Dot, dot, not a lot. And glue this over. Hold down for a couple seconds and it should be stuck. All right, now we're going to go for our yellow. Again, you're going to hold your orange like this and you're going to put this through so it is now holding both. Same thing, you're going to glue one side, dot, dot, not a lot, and you're going to fold this over like this. Okay, so you're going to be doing this for all of them until you have one more. Now, if you think your caterpillar is too short and you want them to be a little longer, you can always cut out more strips and make them longer. And you'll just do the same process. I think I'm actually going to add some glue right here. So we're starting to see our chain. Okay, so there we have our little chain. So I'll show you with these, now that we're done with the big ones. You're doing the same thing with these ones, just a little bit of glue. And again, this might be a little long for this one, so I'm going to cut these in half. And, oops, hold it down. And let me go ahead and cut the rest of these in half. And loop it through. Add some glue. And hold on to it. Loop, glue, and press. Okay. Loop, glue, and press down. Okay, and that's what this one looks like. Okay, now that we have our caterpillar buddy, we're going to make some eyes and some antenna for it. So that's where our black and our white construction paper comes in. I'm going to move these over so you guys can still see them. Now, we're not going to use all of the black, so just use as much as you like and save the rest for a different craft. So I'm going to cut about this much. It's okay if it's not straight, you're just cutting off a little piece. Okay, so we're going to do our eyeballs and the antennas with these. So I'm going to cut this one about here. I'm just eyeballing it. And then I'm going to cut this in half. Then I'm going to hold it together. And this is going to be for the bigger caterpillar. And you can either draw a circle or you can cut out a circle. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a circle out. Or if you have googly eyes at home, use those, because I think they'll be so much cuter. Okay, so I have 2 eyes for the big caterpillar. You can use the same for the small one. So just use your scraps and try to do a circle. Draw a circle, cut them out. And I'm also doing, I'm putting 2 pieces of paper on top of each other, so I only have to cut once. And here are my eyes for the smaller one. I'm going to go ahead and throw my trash away. And then now for the antennas. For the shorter ones, the smaller caterpillar, I'm going to go ahead and just cut some strips, kind of thin. I'm going to do 2, like that. For the bigger one, we're going to make it a little bit thicker. It's not going to be as thin. And you're going to cut the long way. Okay. So we have this. Now, I'm going to go ahead and glue these before I lose them. So here's my small one. I'm going to turn it so that it's flat and that you don't see the meet-up points. So I'm going to go ahead and put 2 dots of glue and go ahead and paste the eyes. Hold on to it for about 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, and they should be stuck on there. So it kind of looks like that. Now we're going to make the antennas. So using your pencil, my pencil is a little strange because it has some edges to it. But if you can find a smooth pen or pencil, you can go ahead and wrap this around. And kind of tug on it gently and let go, and it'll form this little curve. Now, if you want it to be a little bit more curlier, you can kind of wrap it around. So I'm using my thumb and my index finger to kind of roll it. So when you're rolling it, you want to keep it tight so you can pull on it. And you just keep rolling it. This is another way to do it. And then you let go. And this is what you have. Now you can kind of pull on it a little bit to make it a little looser. And you'll get this nice little spiral. Now, you can go ahead and glue that right on top. So I'm going to put 2 little dots of glue again above the eyes. And this one will go right here. Hold it down for a couple seconds. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Use your pen or your pencil. Hold on to the edge and just roll, roll, roll. Again, if you want your antennas to look like that, you can go ahead and just pop that right on. I'm going to make it look similar to the other one. So I'm going to go ahead and use my thumb and my index finger to kind of roll it as best as I can. Now when I have it to about here, I'm going to hold it on both sides with my other thumb and index finger, or pointer finger. And you're going to loop it through and kind of pull on it a little bit all the way around, like that. And this one opened up nicely, so we're going to go ahead and put that right on here. Count to 10 or 15, and it should be stuck. So that's what it looks like. So he looks kind of happy. Okay, so we're We're going to go ahead and do the same thing with this big caterpillar right here. Move this guy over to the side. Again, choose the smooth surface. Do a little bit of glue for the eyes. And glue these on like so. Okay, so you have that. And again, we're going to do the same thing with this one, and I'm going to go ahead and roll this. Roll, roll, roll. And this one is really nice. And we'll just keep that nice and loose. If you want it tighter, you can. Just roll it up again with your fingers. You're gonna roll like that. And then I'm going to go about the same place as the small one, right above the eyes. I'm going to glue it right on top, like that. Hold down. Okay. And there you go. So this is the bigger caterpillar. This is what it looks like from the side. And this is the small one. How cute are they? Okay, so with the white paper, you can use it or you don't have to. You can cut out smaller circles and put them right in the middle or on the edges to kind of look like they have some sparkle in them. The other thing you can do is if you have a hole punch, you'll have some of these, right? So if you punch them out, that could also be easier. So I'll use this for the smaller one. I would put them kind of up on the upper right corner like that. Just a little bit of glue, not too much. And I'm going to just pop this right on there. There's a lot stuck together right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that right there. So it kind of makes it look like it's more alive and animated. Now, the other thing you can do for this is if you'd like to add a little smile, you can. You can take a marker. I was going to use red, but then I realized probably can't see red on red. So I'm just going to do a small little U like that. It's a little happy caterpillar. Okay, you can do the same thing with this big guy. And there's another happy little caterpillar. So this is just a really easy craft for you to do. You can see how many you can make, see how long of a caterpillar you can do. And the guys will be looking very cute if you put them right in front of your window or just sitting on your countertop, but they're super cute. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video and this little quick tutorial on how to make some caterpillars. They're so cute. I love them. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'll have some more fun crafts coming soon this week, and I'm super excited. So, as always, I hope you guys are staying safe, washing your hands, and having fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye!